live here. And I'm going to go get a little manja, a little eating. Salute, Gendania. I'm going to be doing a lot of lives with a theme now. And the theme is the Apefather, King of the Jungle brand. Wow! Let me tell you what it is, okay? I want to be involved in every industry. Restaurants, hotels, casinos, with the theme, Apefather, King of the Jungle. So I plan to do a lot of live streams to entertain you. And really what I want is your views. Now, if people love me enough and they want to throw me a super chat, it's your prerogative, okay? It is your prerogative. I appreciate the gesture, okay? Because it'll help me get to my goals and my dreams faster. But I'm not going to be holding up a sign saying, please give me an entertainment tip. What's up there, you bum? You bum. Apefather's Rocky Balboa. I'm no bum. Little piano solo. Little Rocky Balboa music there. How you doing? Back to the Future. How you doing, man? How you doing, my brother? My girlfriend is actually doing well, but no one will ever replace my beautiful Jennifer. I miss my beautiful Jennifer every second. No one will ever replace Jennifer. Back to the Future. We got to make the Apefather, King of the Jungle brand happen. All right, I'm going to be working really hard on, most of my lives are going to be about this. I'm going to be doing a lot of lives. They're not going to be long lives. I just want to let everybody know I'm going back to the strategy of doing short and sweet lives, but a lot of them. And the purpose is I do have a mission for a commission. I really want to make my wife proud. I want to make my mom proud. I want the Apefather brand to come to life, to come to fruition. I know I've been talking about this a long time, but people don't understand that I had a lot of problems. Back to the Future understands this. I'm glad you're doing great. Your wife passes away, your mom passes away. It destroyed our whole life. Okay, my life, the kid's life, and it's just a very, very difficult thing. It's a very difficult thing. This is the two most important people in our life, but I want to try to do something positive. Rather than be down in the dumps, you understand? Rather than be negative, I want to turn it into something positive, man. So that's what we're going to do. And the biggest song that I want to make famous, believe it or not, is this song right here. I know, Back to the Future. I love you, brother. Thank you for always being a true family. He's family, Back to the Future. He cares about me. He cares about my mom, my wife, the kids. You've always been the best. I love you, Back to the Future. Let's dedicate this one to Back to the Future. It's called Ambition. Let's go. So anyway, yeah, a lot of rude people out there. Back to the Future, but I love you, brother. You know, I always say it all the time. You can't, worry about a few bad apples out there. You know, I'm not gonna let the haters. I'll give you an example. Back to the Future. The haters said we're gonna boycott your channel. This is what they said to me, right? We're not gonna watch you anymore, Apefather, and we own you. We control you, and you will get no more views. Well, guess what? Apefather got over 51,000 views in a few days. Okay, so the haters, right? The haters don't control me. Apefather is approaching 17.2 million views, and for the people who say that sucks, let's see if they could do it. You know, all the haters out there, they're like, that's not a lot of views. 17,200,000 views. That sucks, they say. But then you're looking at people's channel like Mo Money Investing, who's got like 46,000 views. But he's saying that 17,200,000 views sucks. Whatever. That's what it's all about right there. That is going to be the logo of the Apefather King of the Jungle brand. The King Ape, baby. Listen, all of us could live regular lives. Let me try to reach all of you for a second. Listen to me. People don't understand something. Thank you, Back to the Future. I love you, brother. Thank you. People don't understand something. I have a nice house. I'm sure all of you have a nice place to live, right? I have a portfolio. You have a portfolio. I have savings. You have savings. Okay, but just hear me out for a second. You know what that's called? Being an average Joe. That's what that's called. Look, right now in my life, I'm an average Joe. Okay, I'm not trying to come across, because a lot of people feel that about me. A lot of people feel like, hey, Father, you try to show off, or you're trying to come across like you're bigger and better than people. That's not true. I'm an average guy. I'm just an average guy. I'm an average American. I have a nice house. I have a beautiful family, two great kids. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, and my mom are our two guardian angels. They're with us forever, the dogs. But the thing is this, I want to do something better than average. Don't you? Don't you want to be better than average, or are you satisfied? Because like all these other YouTubers, they're talking about, oh, get involved in this or get involved in that. But it's like, guys, you're just regular people. You're average people. I want to be bigger than average. So that's why my channel, I really want to dedicate it to big, big goals and big dreams, especially what happened with AMC. Look, we all got played on that friggin' shit. I'm so sick and tired of friggin' Adam, friggin' Enron. I'm so tired of that guy with all the delusion. It's like I made a few videos on it. It's getting to a point where that thing is becoming like a friggin' Avion. It's like a Perrier, that friggin' AMC, and I can't deal with it no more. Listen, I'm involved in XRP too. I have a lot. Listen to me. I love XRP. I love Ethereum. I love Bitcoin. Listen to me. I always said it. The top three cryptocurrencies is Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. Okay, and I'm involved in all of them. But this is the thing. I don't really feel, look, it's guys like Chris Larson, he's the big shot, you know what I mean, with Ripple. That guy is the big shot. Like, see, that's the thing. He controls the dice. You understand? In life, do you want to roll the dice or you want to control the dice? I think about the movie Casino with Robert De Niro, okay, and Sharon Stone, who played Ginger. Remember, you Stan Rothstein? He goes, the house always wins. The house always wins. The players don't stand a chance. And I hate to say it, that's just the way I feel about the stock market. To a certain degree, that's how I feel even about cryptocurrency, because I'll tell you the reason why. The thing, I know crypto is hot. We saw XRP take a drop lately, but this is the thing. It's all about these billionaires. This is the problem. They control the show. There's big whales, man. There's big whales, and at any moment, they can pull the carpet under you. I saw it happen with Bitcoin several times. Several times I saw that thing drop like a friggin' Comanche. People like Elon Musk are involved one minute, and then he's not involved the next minute. I'm just saying it's controlled by billionaires. So that's the thing I get concerned with. I want to be the guy who controls the dice. Okay, I want to be the guy, Bobby Lupo. You're so funny. I want to be the guy. Anybody see Richie? Anybody know why Richie do Bobby Lupo? I want to be the gangster, baby. Which brings me to my next song. We got to get this song famous. Apefather is a gangster, baby. Palermo, Sicily. These songs are going to become famous one day. You're hearing them first, okay? Let's sing it. 2, 3, 4. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country. How we came to Brooklyn, New York, while I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork. Drinking wine, salute gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. It's gonna be the Apefather Italian restaurant. Learn how to score every day making cash. I built up a very respectable stash. I don't ask for anything, I just take what is mine, just like a porterhouse steak. Cooked a medium rare with $1,000 bottle of wine that's rare. In my life, I don't even have a care. It's not even fair how I live. The Apefather's a gangster. Little saxophone solo you need. Apefather's a gangster. My family is from Palermo, Sicily. My grandma told me stories about the old country. How we came to Brooklyn, New York, while I'm eating spaghetti with a spoon and fork. Drinking wine, salute gin tonic. My Uncle Paulie and my Aunt Connie served an Italian feast, yes sir. The Apefather's a gangster. The rules about being a gangster: never rat on your friends. Always keep your mouth shut. Be a good earner. Keep your nose clean, if you know what I mean. And remember, never break the rules. We survive by our rules. The Apefather's a gangster. What's up there, chicken? Little chicken dance. Ooh, 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 ooh. Still getting over this sore throat here. I got to get my holes out here. Forget about it, Madon. I'm gonna open up a restaurant very soon. I'm gonna do it. Listen, guys, you have to try to understand. My wife passed away. My mom passed away. The first thing I had to do was get on financial good standings again. You follow me? I had to make sure everything was good with the family, everything is good with the kids. Plus, we all needed a big vacation. You have to try to understand. I dropped $25,000 to take the kids to Florida, but I gave them a lifetime of memories. All right, I did that for them because they went through the hardest year of their life. Okay, they went through the hardest year of their life. Now that, listen, the kids had a great vacation. Now that the kids are back in school, now I'm going to start focusing on the Apefather brand. I am. I promise you. I'm going to go full force with it now. All right. You will see me accomplish things very quickly. Okay. So let's talk about the Apefather brand, and let's really talk about why I'm doing it, because I'm not really doing it. What's up there? We got Janine, we got Chicken. I sell Discords and Mo. I feel a lot of people are getting hurt in the stock market, and to a certain degree, even cryptocurrencies, because there are higher powers. This is what I'm trying to make you understand, that control this stuff. You could say it's Ken Griffin, all right, just as an example. You could say it's the hedge funds, right? You could say anything you want to say. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is, we don't control it. This is the thing I'm trying to make everybody understand. We don't control it, okay? So the thing is, we're always at the mercy. You follow me? You could call it the man. We're at the mercy of the man. What I'm trying to do, and I would love it if everybody would have the same head as me. I wish that I wasn't the only one that thought this way. But why not become the man? Follow me? Why should we be the ones? Like we should own our own freaking cryptocurrency exchange. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Why can't we be the players? Why can't be the ones who think big? You see, you look at guys like Donald Trump, okay? You know why he's the president of the United States of America? He thinks big. His whole life, that's how he thought. He doesn't think small. He thinks big. You understand? And now he's the president. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. I have that same thinking, I mean, listen, we all have portfolios. Okay, live your lives. I tell people all the time, do what you got to do. I'm going to go out. Listen, I have a lifestyle. You want to hear what my lifestyle is? I'm going to go out to eat. I pretty much do it every single night. I have a nice pool. I go in my jacuzzi. Listen, the bottom line, he shits himself. The bottom line is this. We all have our lives. You got your life. I got my life. Why not think big? You know what it is? I think that people get very settled in their life. They get very settled to be mediocre. Okay, we say in Italian, mensa mensa. That's it. They're settled. They're like, all right, look, I got a couple of bucks saved in the bank. I got a portfolio. I got an average house, whatever. I got an average girl. And they settle. Why? Like, here's what I'm saying. See, I don't want to just be an ordinary YouTuber. I don't just want to be the YouTuber who goes, oh, guess what? I got to play, like Lou. May he rest in peace. Okay? May he rest in peace. XRP is going to $20,000. And all you need to do is put like $500 in it. Listen, may he rest in peace. XRP is not going to $20,000. Okay? Let's be realistic. It's got a circulating supply of 58 billion coins. It's not going to $20,000. I mean, again, I'll say it's not financial advice. Don't listen to me. But in my opinion, it's not going to 20,000. Lou passed away. God bless him. My wife passed away. My mom passed away. A lot of good people passed away this year. Well, Lou, I think it was last year, actually, he passed away. I think. I'm not sure. It might have been this year. But he passed away. Got my holes here. How you doing? But the thing is, look, I don't want to bullshit people anymore. Look, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. I was a jerk off. You want me to admit it to you? When I was saying AMC to 100,000, look, I believe that it could happen because there was so much support. There was apes all around the world. But what I realized is the stock market is controlled by the man. And we're not the man. That's it. And that's the bottom line. So I think the whole thing was not fair. What happened to AMC? All right, and that's it. Now we're sitting in this effing diluted stock with Adam friggin' Enron, and he's diluting it it's becoming a Perrier, and I'm just pissed off. I'm effing pissed. So that's why I'm focusing on something different now. I'm focusing on the Apefather King of the Jungle brand. Now you might say, what is the Apefather King of the Jungle brand? It's going to be me, okay, being, whatever you want to call me. You want to call me the mascot. You want to call me the figurehead. It's going to be me in different industries. Restaurants, one-day hotels. The dream of mine is a casino. I like to call it the AMC Casino. Apefather Majestic Casino. Back to the Future named that, by the way. No affiliation with AMC, by the way. Where we could shove it right up Adam friggin' Enron's where the sun doesn't shine. We could tell them, as we say in Italian, ba fangul. If that thing. And now the thing is, another big business is online casinos. It's tremendous. The thing is, I want to control the dice in all the industries. Everything, no limitation. I like to also follow the McDonald's business model of owning the real estate, meaning ideally, I don't want to rent. I like to own the land. In other words, if you own, let's say, the Apefather Italian restaurant, preferably I'd like to own the land. So you're talking big bucks here. That's why I got to work my ass off here. I got to work hard. I got to do about 1 million lives or more, right? Now, do I accept super chats? Absolutely. Am I asking you for it? The answer is no. I'm not going to ask you for it. But I accept it. If you say, hey, Father, I love your drive. I love your ambition. I'd like to see you succeed in life. And you want to give me an entertainment tip, it's your prerogative. I think about the movie Planet of the Apes. Okay? One ape's got to make it first. That's the thing. And then I really feel a doorway will open for all apes. One ape's got to make it. Like, Semos. He was the ape. Remember Planet of the Apes with Mark Wahlberg? Remember Semos came down and they all bowing to him. Semos. One ape's got to make it. Why not it be me? Help me get to the top. I'll never forget my ape family. I never will forget you. And then one day, if I make it, I'd like to open up a door of opportunity. I can't do that right now because I got to get established first. So I'm here to entertain all of you, but that's what I'm doing. That's my goal. And when the Apefather has this casino, I'll play this song. I'll play this song just to tell Adam Aaron, kiss my big Italian meatballs to what he did to us, Adam Aaron, Adam friggin' Enron. Okay? I'm going to play this song. Your Apefather's got diamond balls, tells you to buy and hold. Your investment will turn to gold. Royal flush will never fold. Sing it, everybody. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop to Brothers in Arms. Ahoo, AMC to Pluto, and GameStop to, that's the only thing that really AMC still has going for it is GameStop. I always had a big disagreement with Morant's rants about this, but I believe that they're brothers in arms. And when GameStop goes up, you think about what happened with Roaring Kitty. When Roaring Kitty came on the scene, you saw GameStop shoot up to like $80 a share. AMC went to over 11. What's up there, Jeremy's walking. What's up, my man? North Carolina in the house. You were in New York yesterday. Awesome, man. You changed the lights on top of a cell phone tower. Wow. That's awesome, man. You saw the lights go out on Broadway, huh? I was like... Not too shabby. Gonna make America great again. Well, we're gonna leave that for Donald Trump, President Trump. I'd like to make retail great again. That's what I would like to do. I just think that retail, like meaning retail investors, I think that you guys don't really realize that if we work together, we're more powerful than any hedge fund. Okay? Like I used to talk about this with Back to the Future. Me and him had conversations before my wife and my mom passed away. Retail was losing hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars in the stock market. Remember we talked about this Back to the Future? hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions. And it's like, the thing is, I always use this as an example. Rather than to put the money in the stock market, right, and it turns to zero, which is in a lot of cases what it did, I just don't think retail understands that, like, if that money was put into casinos. Now, again, I'm not asking for any money. This is not a solicitation for any investment, but I'm just trying to make everybody understand something. If that money was put into, say, casinos, right, we would have casinos all around the world right now, bringing in hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars probably. But instead, it's like everyone's got this mentality that you want to be the puppet. Like, see, this is why people like Ken Griffin are so rich. They're so rich because we're idiots. We're idiots. We keep putting money in. Every time we buy stock, that Mama Luke makes money. Okay? Every time we sell stock, that friggin' Stunad makes money. The market makers. Okay? With this crazy shit, this older shit that's going on. And it's like, I don't think people understand it. And then they control the show with their dark pools. They control everything. We don't control nothing. And it's like, I just wish that people would understand this. Like, I wish you would just get to a point where you all say to yourself, well, what could we do? I think that the mistake that we all made was we were involved in the wrong thing. I think it was wonderful how we all came together as one great movement. I think it was wonderful how we all joined forces, but we did it in the wrong thing. So you might say, what is the right thing? The right thing, Apefather, King of the Jungle brand. That's the right thing. So you might say, well, what is that? Following the McDonald's business model. You know what I love about besides the food? I love McDonald's, the Big Macs, forget quarter pounders, but I love their business model. Every single McDonald's you see, McDonald's Corporation owns the land. They own the real estate. You understand? That's the way to go. Gotta own the real estate, man. And then the thing is, it's like, doesn't really make a difference after that once you own the real estate. I'll give you an example. There was this guy, his name was Tony, okay? He owned this pizzeria in 18th Avenue. He used to say to me, Richie, veni qua, sit down. He made me a calzone. He said, you see this building, Richie? I go, yeah. I own the building. He goes, I own the real estate. He goes, it doesn't make a difference. The pizzeria, one day it's going to be hot, Richie, like this calzone is hot. The next day, the pizzeria is not going to do well. He goes, because that's what happens. Inflation, Rich. You can't be, I say, Richie. Sometimes business, it gets slow. It gets slow. It don't matter. I own the real estate. So that's why I love that business model with McDonald's. I love it. I love that business model. And that's what I want to do with the Apefather King of the Jungle brand. Meaning if I have an Apefather Italian restaurant, I want to own the real estate. Apefather Steakhouse, I want to own the real estate. The goal really is to enter the casino business. That's if you really want me to tell you the truth. And the thing, what I like about the casino business in general is that you could have all of these things under one roof. That's what I love about the casino business. So you could have a casino and you could have an Italian restaurant. You could have a steakhouse. So basically every dream I have really comes down to having a casino. You could have literally everything under one roof in a casino. So you might say, what about the Apefather, gym? You could have that in a casino. Apefather Italian restaurant, you could have that in a casino. Apefather spa, casino. Apefather steakhouse, casino. So really, I would say probably the casino is my goal. So you might say, how can you do this, Apefather? I need to become world famous, first of all, on YouTube. I need to get billions and billions of views. And it wouldn't hurt if people would support me with super chats because you can make this dream happen. Now, what is a super chat? It is an entertainment tip. That's all it is, guys. It's a tip for it. I just want to be clear because these haters hate that when I say this shit. I am not asking anybody to invest in anything. If you like me, you find me entertaining, you're like, hey, Father, God bless you. You've been through a tough year, you and your kids. I want to see your dreams come true. I want to see your kids' dreams come true. And you want to give an entertainment tip, it is completely up to you. Hold on one second, guys, here. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. One second. Sorry about that. I'm going to be ending the live soon because my kids are coming home. I'm going to go get some food here, but we'll finish off with a song here. I just wrote this one today. It's called The Power and the Magic of the Apefather King of the Jungle brand. I hope you like it. Let's do it. You're going to be hearing this a lot lately. Apefather loves jamming on the piano. Forget about it. Anyway, guys, like I said, they're not going to be long live streams. I will be back. I love you. Back to the future. I'm going to be doing a lot of these. Watch my videos. Stay in contact. And let's make big dreams happen. All right? And God bless you and God bless your family. Everything I said, remember, it's not financial advice. Not a financial planner. Okay? Keep living your lives, guys. Keep doing everything you have to do. Later, Back to the Future. But remember, think big. Polish princess. Yeah, Sarah went bye-bye. That's it. That didn't work out. No more Polish princess. But I do have a nice lady in my life. But no one will ever be. No one will ever be Jennifer. Let's do one for my wife real quick. Back to the Future. There we'll go. My beautiful wife, Jennifer, I'll love her forever. And my beautiful mother, Josephine. both surprised. From this moment for me, and I knew I loved Jennifer. My beautiful mother, Josephine. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I could count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend. Now until the end. Thank you, Back to the Future. Years passed us by, and I realize how much I've learned from you. Mistakes I made, you showed me the way to make it all brand new. Josephine, you were there to guide me. You were there beside me, and I can count on you. Josephine, you're the inspiration, and you are my best friend now until the end. My two guardian angels, my beautiful wife Jennifer and my beautiful mother Josephine, they're always looking after me, and they're always looking after the children. And that's why I want to become successful for the kids and for the beautiful memory of my wife and my mom. Apefather, King of the Jungle brand. Keep watching, keep supporting. God bless all of you. I'll be back soon.